I've always enjoyed being in the hills. I guess it came from my love of fantasy books. When I was marching across the Yorkshire Dales in horrible weather in my army days, wearing that horrid standard issue army gear that they made all us young recruits wear, I made it bearable by imagining I was in some sort of quest. That was until my questing ended in a really bad fall in the Lake District when I was just 17. But this video isn't about that. This video is about how I'm finding my confidence again now as a 49-year-old man in recovery from addiction and finding my higher power in Arran's hills and mountains. The Arran Mountain Festival's held every year in May. It seemed like a really good way of doing a couple of routes I'd never done before in the safety of a group with a guide. As I was looking through the walks for 2021, I was pleasantly surprised to see a navigation training walk. I'd been thinking of looking something up on YouTube to refresh my knowledge that I got as a young Boy Scout. This was way better. So I booked that and another route called the Beinns Horseshoe, which takes in the three peaks of Beinn Nuis, Beinn Tarsuinn and Beinn. So it was time to start training. It just so happens that I live near the bottom of a rather steep hill. To get a good workout, all I need to do is step out the front gate and turn left. So I made the pledge to get to the top of that hill every day for the next 30 days. And that's just what I did. Day one, off up the hill. It's time to get fit. Right, I've got to the top of the road and the bottom of the hill. I'm in the bottom of the unroaded hill and I'm already knackered. Here's the hill. So I've just climbed up this. This gives you a view of that. And I'm going up this. Oh, here we go. I've got to the top. I'm so out of breath, man. I need to do this every day. So I'm going to commit to that right here, right now. This is my daily hill walk to this point here. Look at the rewarding views. So what I like to do is get to the top and go this way. So I'm going to follow that path as far as it gets. Now I haven't been here for, it might even be a year, honestly. So I'm not sure how much felling has taken place, because last time I was here there was loads of felling. They were dropping trees all over the place, so it might look a bit different. Sometimes I go this way, which takes me to Brodick, and it's a great walk with this view, which is spectacular, as you can see. Now, it's a nice way to walk to Brodick. I used to do it sometimes when I worked at the post office, and I would walk to work in Brodick that way. Great walk. But anyway, I'm going this way today, so onwards. Well, this is not what I expected. This was the end of the road, and now look. The road goes ever on. So shall I explore? What do you think? We made it to the end of the new road. I really did not expect it to be such a beautiful road to walk, and it's been it's been amazing actually. The sun is just nice and low in the sky, and it's just the perfect time of night. It's beautiful. There's no wind, it's not raining, it's just heaven on earth, honestly. Remember, Cams, this is a message to yourself. Remember how amazing you feel right now, and the next time you can't be arsed putting your shoes on and getting off your arse and getting out the front door, watch this clip back and just remember how amazing it feels. Day 6. 6 in a row I've climbed the hill. And bloody hell, what a day. Honestly, incredible. I'm still getting quite out of breath coming up the hill. But I'm pretty pleased that I've managed 6 days in a row. That's awesome. And look at the views behind me. I mean, come on! So we're just heading out to Glen Rosa Valley. Look at the weather. Looks like it's just about to rain. Oh well, here we go. Right, I've just got to Glen Rosa. Just parked up and I'm going to head up there. I've just got to Garb Alt, and this is where you turn up. So when I come up here in the middle of May, I'm going to be heading up there, which I've never done before. So I'm quite looking forward to it. Maybe I'll come up next week and just go up to the top of that bit, just for fitness sake and for orientation. We'll see. Anyway, I'm heading up there now. Nice, isn't it? It's windy. Oh, this is the blue pools where the Wains go swimming. How's that for a view? And that water there, really deep. And you get this bit. And the sun warms these rocks and makes it really nice. So this is the blue pools. Made it. Top of the saddle. Sitting down having some sausages and some eggs again. Clovey here made it as well. She did really well. Clovey the Basset. Right, you don't really need to see me eating an egg, so we'll cut to some B-roll and then we'll head off to the Arran Mountain Festival. So that was my training accomplished with daily walks up hills from the 17th of April until the 14th of May, which was the day of the navigation training. The 3 Beinns Horseshoe was 2 days after that on the 16th. Was I fit enough, I wonder? Let's find out. So we're on the map reading course with the Arran Mountain Festival. We've just stopped at the Garb Alt Ridge and we're about to head up just up that hill there. We're going to be climbing. And we're reading our maps, got our trusty compass, and it's a good day. Low cloud, so I guess we're going to be going above the cloud line at some point. Let me just show you around here. See all the cloud. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get up there. It's if we're in the middle of that wiggly line, then it's 150 metres, isn't it?
Walk down the stream until we had to
walk down the stream for 200 metres or so until we get to a junction. Right. But in the course of walking down that stream of 200 metres or so, we might see to the right a lump.
So it was a very successful day with Alistair and Lucy on the navigation course. We found the Paleolithic stone circle that was our goal for the day. So a fantastic day and time to go home and prepare for the next big walk. The day's finally here. It's the big walk day. The 3 Beins, Beinn Nuis, Beinn Tarsuinn, Beinn So I'm just heading to Glen Rosa campsite. It's now 7:45. Got my backpack ready, got all my clothes. My boots are still a little bit wet from Friday, but this is the big day. The training has all been for this. I'm so excited. I've never done this walk before, so it's going to be awesome. Let me just flip the camera and show you a bit of where I'm heading to. Doo-doo! Can you see that mountain view over in the distance? So that's where we're going. Awesome! This is just at the top of the Garvalt and onwards a little bit past the Kissing Gate, and you have to cross this big old gorge. It wasn't too bad. The water was quite low. I imagine, however, were the water in spate, it would have been a different story. Now we're getting nice views of all three peaks: Beinn Nuis, Beinn Tarsuinn and Beinn Tarsuinn. It's a pretty steep pull up Beinn Nuis. I think you can make out there just how steep it is. But look as the views begin to open up, it's incredible. This is the site of a crashed plane, a B-24 Liberator, bound for Prestwick from Newfoundland on the side of Beinn Nuis. Top of Beinn Nuis. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful place. You can see the views are pretty spectacular from the top of Beinn Nuis as we look out to the west side of Arran, northwest towards Jura, and we sweep round. You can see the ridge that we're going to be following to our next peak, Beinn Tarsuinn, just visible there. Kirvor in the distance, and as we sweep round we're going to be following that ridge closest to you, and then Beinn Tarsuinn is the smaller hill just over there. This feature here, Chris says he wants to get in the guidebooks. He's called it the Arran Dolphin. Check it out. Dolphin shaped rock. How awesome is that? This is us heading along the ridge from Beinn Nuis to Beinn Tarsuinn. That's Chris there at the back, our leader. And see that pile of rocks there on the right? Wait till you see that as we're approaching one of Arran's most famous mountain features. Is known as the Old Man of Tarsuinn. Look at that feature. That's the first time I'd been there. Isn't it awesome? At the peak of Beinn Tarsuinn, with Akir Ridge behind me, going up to Kirvor, and behind you've got the Witch's Step. You can just make out and round to the castles, the Castle Abel, and if we come around here we've got the saddle down there which takes you up to North Goatfell. And then there's a ridge that takes you up to Goatfell Peak, which is Arran's highest peak. You get views of all around the island from up here, and the conditions are absolutely perfect. It could not be better. I can't believe our Donald Duck to get such amazing weather. Not even a breath of wind. Perfect drone flying weather. Just saying.
Take it round the back and down. And then we swing to the right, so that's our path down there.
Okay.
It takes us in that direction.
Yep.
We carried on in that direction.
Sure.
The first bit's relatively straightforward, but this is you starting on the Akir Ridge. Yeah. Which essentially kind of runs from here to Kirvor.
Right.
Kind of that round direction. Yeah. But you can, as I can see it now, there's a path that drops down below the ridge and comes up the other side. You can go round in that one. Otherwise, you're along the top of the Arran. It is quite nice.
So that's us coming down from Beinn Tarsuinn. We're heading up Beinn Nuis for our third peak of the 3 Beins. We made it! Top of Beinn Nuis, third of the 3 Beins. Spectacular. So it's all downhill from here. Did it. 14.7 kilometres. Knackered, but exhilarated. Time for a fish supper, I think. And a bath. Looking forward to that. Yay! Home time.